And you sound
Okay, good morning, everybody. Sharon and I are going to be doing two dishes today. One is going to include couscous, and the other is going to include chickpea. So what we've done at the moment, we've put the couscous into a bowl, and we've got the saucepan on, and we are heating up the water. And as we're doing that, we're putting some stock in it. And we're also putting a teaspoon of coriander, dried coriander, and a teaspoon of cinnamon.
A teaspoon of cumin.
And a teaspoon of cumin.
And turmeric.
And turmeric.
From there.
and this is the both are cooked. Sharon and Katerina, who are going to show how quick recipes, two quick recipes, and how quickly you can make delicious food.
Now the stock for the couscous is boiling, and we will reduce it just a little bit before we will pour it into the couscous. We also have some raisins, which will also go into the couscous. Do we put it in now? How much?
Just however much you feel comfortable with. If you like raisins, add more. If you don't like raisins, just add a little.
Well, we took approximately a tablespoon of raisins, which we put in with the couscous.
But it could be.
You could also put more, you could put less in. Yeah. So, yeah.
In this, there's carrots, peppers, onions, courgette, or zucchini, depending on where in the world you live. And they will be roasted slowly, so they're nice and tender, and they will be added to the couscous. This is a Moroccan salad with couscous, chickpeas, topped off with flaked almonds and pomegranates. So couscous itself is a bland product, so you have to add the flavor in. And as you add the flavor in, you add it in layers. So it's mainly put in through the broth, which is currently just all the flavors are amalgamating in together. And for those of you who like to eat really healthily, it's full of turmeric, which is very high in anti-inflammatory properties. That should be okay to cover.
When it boils, this they are put, yeah.
Okay, we've got still some.
They put some liquid into.
You add the hot mixture into a bowl with your couscous. You stir it in, mix it all in, and then you cover it and you just leave it. You leave it for about 5 minutes because couscous by its nature will cook itself. It's extremely handy. Now, for expedience's sake, even though these are salads and they're meant to be quick to prepare, let's get realistic. A lot of this has to be done beforehand because it does take a while to chop, peel, etc., etc. So what I find is when you get a recipe, they normally say 15 minutes to prep and cook. They forget that you have to prep it, cook it, and then put it together.
So we've already, this morning, before we started videoing, we've already sort of put the vegetables into a frying dish, which goes into the oven, or roasting dish, I should say. And there's carrots and courgettes and onions and what else do we do? Peppers. And yes, we've got about four or five different vegetables in there, which is brilliant. And they are nicely roasted. I will show you. if you can see.
Takes time to roast as well.
It's, yeah. Okay.
In the meantime, we're also doing a Greek salad. Now, in the Greek salad, we have, and it's important to do this, de-seed your tomatoes or tomatoes, depending on which way you want to pronounce it. You de-seed your tomatoes, so they pop in. Then you've got cucumber, which is amazingly good for you. Peppers, again, when you cook.
Also chop the cucumber tiny. It's, it's
Yeah.
very nice because it's lovely to have.
When you're actually, if you want to present this properly for a dinner party, cut it at an angle and then slice it finely. So it's actually easier for your guests to actually eat. They don't need knives, fork, they just need a fork and away they go. Green pepper. Very thinly sliced and diced onions. As I said, it takes a while to chop and do all of this. And we're also going to put some olives in. Now, we all know the benefits of olives. So we're approximately going to be putting about 6 olives in. You can slice and dice them, or you can just put them in whole. Some people like black olives.
We're putting them in whole.
We like olives, so we put them in whole. Because both Katrina and I could actually sit down and eat a jar of olives on our own. And those are amazingly good for you because they're really good in omega-3. And they're actually the carrier. They're what's needed for the omega-3 and to actually get to the stem cells at the back of your brain.
I put a couple of extra ones in because we love our olives. Do you want me to go and put the feta cheese in at the moment?
Yes, we can do.
Right. With feta cheese, you can do one of two things. As we've washed our hands, we are literally just going to take it out of the packet and just break it in. It is so much quicker and so much easier. And as you can see, the feta, it just crumbles really, really easily. And because I love feta, I am going to put, the
Put
whole
about,
lot in.
I love feta as well.
So I'm going to put the whole lot in. It's up to you of how much feta you actually want to put in. Same with the onions.
Now, a very quick dressing to do.
So I just wash my hands.
Is balsamic vinegar. So you can do 2 dressings with this. One is you can use red wine vinegar and olive oil.
The other day, we actually opened a bottle of wine. So we are going to use this because it will be vinegary enough now to make the salad dressing.
What we'll do is we'll make the dressings and we won't put them directly on the salad because it will destroy the salad very, very quickly. The dressings should actually just be put on just before you serve your salad. No, this one. This is a very quick, simple and easy one to do at home. I'll show you what I've done.
Sharon at the moment is pouring in some olive oil into the balsamic vinegar.
And then I'm going to put some Dijon mustard in with it as well, or whole grain mustard, whichever you choose to have, when I can find it.
Well, we did buy some yesterday, but where we put it is another. There it is.
We can use whole grain mustard.
Whole grain mustard.
Depends on which mustard you like.
Yeah.
We personally like all. And then what you do is you literally mix the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar together to form a paste with the mustard. Don't get disheartened if you think it's splitting, just keep whisking. If it does split and you can't get it back together, add a little bit of cold water. It's what lets it down. So at the moment, this is quite thick, quite syrupy. So what I tend to do is I tend to just mix all this together with some fresh mint leaves. Just a tiny few mint leaves and fresh oregano, if you can, and some basil. So you've got all of your herbs, vitamins, minerals, and all of those delicious things that we need to grow, thrive, survive, and flourish. Now I'm having to add a little bit more olive oil to this. Now, these can actually be made ahead of time and stored. Just remember, vinegar is a preservative. And because vinegar is a preservative, you can keep this in the fridge for a few days. So you don't have to eat it all at once. You don't have to use it all at once. And, you know, chef's privileges. I'll get Katrina to try it.
Excuse my manners. Delicious.
This is what all chefs are doing.
So there we go.
Trying.
This is one. So it's another one, balsamic vinegar, olive oil. And if you can get some white truffle shavings, put that in too.
Ooh, delicious. Sounds delicious.
Okay.
And even Wolfie the dog is enjoying all of this, as you can hear. He's
So all you need to do with everything is just toss it.
Eat it.
Toss it, dress it whichever way you wish, eat it, enjoy. So that's how we do it.
The pomegranate, are we going to?
Now the pomegranate is on
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see how our couscous is doing. Yes, another couple of seconds and our couscous will be ready. Couscous is one of the quickest and easiest of what can be called a complex carb to eat. And while proponents of the ketogenic diet think carbs are bad, we all actually need complex carbs in our bodies. So yes, definitely. And all you have to do is add salt and pepper as you wish.
as to your taste, yeah.
Me personally, I like a load of salt. Katrina doesn't. So therefore, no salt, we add ourselves.
And,
Now, next one is we put the couscous, and we'll start with the chickpeas and the couscous.
into a dish.
Yeah. So we're going to get some mint leaves.
Put mint leaves
No,
in the salad.
Then in mint leaves of the other one. So take a few. Yes, you can do it and you can chop them, but the best way to release the flavor is tear them.
I think you saw that I was tearing them to put them into the
With leftover mint leaves or leftover cucumber, peel the cucumber just a little, so you've got a stripe effect. Chop it or slice it thinly, whatever way you want to do it. Put it into a jug with some mint, and you've got the most amazing, refreshing drink that you can keep in the fridge on a hot summer's day.
Wonderful.
And we drink it all the time. And here's the jug.
With
I'll be doing that in a minute. Give me 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Shall I? Oh, almost there.
Yes.
Actually,
Oh,
I'm just going to
couscous
give it a
is-
stir. I think it is there actually.
No, it needs
Another minute.
Another minute. Because we don't want it too wet.
But only experienced chefs and people who cook every day
Mm.
do know when the right time is for leaving dishes to rest or whatever. But it's impossible to tell people you have to look
Leave it for
keep
30 seconds.
or something like that, or 5 minutes, because it makes totally different.
Different
Yeah.
taste. But
So you
Sharon
have
is
to-
right. I did taste it. It needs another minute. So we're leaving that. We've. I'll come to this straight away. As you can see, we got some dried. I like dried chickpea, and we soaked it overnight. And by soaking it overnight, it helps to make them softer. So we cooked it for about 40 minutes. And we put in a teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of approximately of coriander. No. Cumin seeds. Get the right one. So, shall I put it in the dish?
Because
Yeah.
coriander, Sharon is just chopping coriander.
That's
so-
why I
I
said it.
know, yeah, I know.
What I'm actually doing with the coriander is it adds just that little bit of a peppery, spicy taste. Again, I'm tearing it. And what a lot of people are afraid to use is their intuition when it comes to cooking. Because what it might say on the recipe sometimes is not what it actually needs. It needs a little bit longer. Don't be afraid to leave things a little bit longer.
And also, it's to your taste.
Everything is to your taste. Now, if you've got time, you can get some almonds and you can toast them in your frying pan with no oil, no nothing. To save time, you nip down to your nearest supermarket and you grab a packet that's already toasted. If you want to toast them some more, feel free. But we all live busy lives. We've been through lockdown, we work from home. We're going into a time where we've got blended working, so we still don't have a lot of time. Time is a precious commodity. So nutritious, good food at speed is the key.
Essence of
Very big.
a
asset.
good, healthy diet.
Do you want to have
Right,
the-
okay, here we go. As I mentioned, we got the chickpea in, and now the vegetables, and I think I mentioned earlier on that we've got a selection of vegetables, carrots, courgettes or zucchinis, peppers, we've got red ones in here, we've got yellow ones in here, we've got onions. So what we do is we literally just,
We also have garlic in there.
yes, roasting in there as well.
And another quick and easy and delicious dressing, which we're not doing here, is you roast full bulbs of garlic, squeeze the roasted garlic out to form a paste, and add it to some mayonnaise. And you have the most delicious roasted garlic mayonnaise. It is divine.
Now, another thing is, very quickly, everything we're doing here is gluten and dairy free. Now, you'll be wondering why we'll be wondering why we actually use feta, because we got the goat and the sheep feta, not the cow's milk and the sheep feta.
I'm going to swap the bowls over so you can see what Katrina is doing.
What we are
That
doing.
one is done.
What we are doing. So as you saw, I poured the vegetables in and to the chickpea. I gave it a quick stir. So you can see it is completely mixed, but it's not ready yet. We've got one or two more things we need to put in it. So, how are we doing with them? Ready?
Mhm.
Perfect. Shall I put that in?
Make sure yourself.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, what we've got in here, as you heard, we've got the stock in here, and we also put the raisins in here.
In couscous, yeah.
Couscous.
It even smells nice.
It's meant to smell nice.
Sorry about the noise. I think Wolfie the Pomeranian
Wolfie?
is enjoying himself at the
I
moment.
think he likes smell of cooking
He
too.
loves that. So, what we do is give everything a stir, so everything mixes in. There we go.
Then we add some mint, coriander.
Put it on top.
You need to give it a quick stir in. You put the flake down on.
Yeah, sorry, we've lost the flake ones.
I'm looking.
Is it on the
Don't
top?
worry, it's
in there somewhere.
in here somewhere.
We promise it is in there somewhere.
On the right, is it?
Well, we've got mixed nuts, which shouldn't go in there. Where are the almonds? I promise I didn't eat them last night. Yes, where did I put them?
You found.
No.
They went in
Ah,
the
here they are. I put them in the back. Found them.
And these are all salads that can be enjoyed individually. You can do some beautiful grilled chicken breast with this or grilled fish with either one. And instead of having meat, potatoes and 2 veg, you've got these as an accompaniment.
Right.
Just sprinkle those on
I
top.
shall sprinkle the
Oh,
almonds
that's right.
over. I love almonds.
That's one. And then these little beauties,
Pomegranate
pomegranate seeds.
seeds.
And that's it. It's done.
So
There we go.
our chefs go together and
We work together on many different things.
Yeah.
So we enjoy doing this together. We had so much fun the last time we did it together. And
For
this time we're
Christmas cooking.
spending more time doing cooking as a couple.
Yeah. The odd couple sometimes.
The odd, okay, we're not the hairy bikers. We're not the 2 fat ladies. We're the odd couple. Shall I put the dressing on now?
No, it's fine, leave it off. You only do that just as you're going to eat. People can just dress it themselves as they
Okay,
eat.
perfect.
Okay.
So
Thank you for
Thank you,
all
everybody.
this.
Goodbye. I hope
And
you
thank
enjoy
you,
our recipes.
Sharon and Katharina, for wonderful meals, some real summery meals.
you're welcome. No problem. See you soon.